All right, y'all. Welcome back to another rendition of the greatest podcast that's coming out of Nashville, Tennessee you ever heard. I don't care what nobody say.
and other parts of the country.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just my personal opinion. But y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Marquee Podcast. I go by the name of Keita Dilla.
Go by the name of Mav as usual.
My name is Big Cornstalk, man.
And look, before I go further, all I want to say is this: shout out to, you know, the other podcasts that's taking off or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say this, bro. A lot of y'all podcast niggas, some of y'all need to stop. Y'all conversations don't. Y'all conversations don't even be goddamn entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna lie. It's a few podcasts that like this. What I look for in a podcast. I look for, could I see myself being intrigued, like if it's just me and my homies and we sitting around, we talking, like I like my podcast to feel like me and my homies just sitting around kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Cause them, to me, them be the best for real conversations. You see what I'm saying? But like when shit be feeling rehearsed, shit be feeling unauthentic. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm telling y'all now, we coming for your ass. Pause. Please pause. But okay, y'all. With that being said, all right, so just to give y'all some backstory, in America, unless you've been living under a rock, y'all know that the assassination of Charles Kirk, Hall of Fame bigot, Hall of Fame bigot, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like just spewing hate all over the world, you know what I'm saying? That man, he was murdered. Now, what we gonna do on the pod here is, everybody gonna take turns and give their thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? Before we divulge into, debate. One of y'all want to go first?
Go
Want me to
ahead,
go
man.
first?
Go ahead, man, because I seen you made a comment about why we celebrate men's death type shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanna hear that real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I made a post
hmm
because I see a lot. And again, let me say this first. I'm not saying that I agreed with everything that he said.
hmm
I like I said, I disagree with a lot.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say I did. I'm not gonna say I disagree with everything he said because I went and looked at whole videos of his,
for
and
sure.
there's some things that he was right about, even in the
Absolutely.
black community.
I'm with you. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
and there's some things that he was right about. My thing is this: I don't think that just because he had a difference of opinion or a difference of view, whether it's hate or anything, that he should have been killed for that. I think and for anybody who's Christian, for anybody who says they believe in God, it's demonic for you even to be celebrating his death like if we're gonna go
Mm,
that far. If we're
okay,
gonna go take it to the Bible or anything like that, for anybody who's Christian or anything like that, it's a direct sin to celebrate even your enemy's death. I don't think it's anything to be celebrating. The man was killed in front of his wives and his babies. It's nothing to be celebrating and laughing. I just assume don't say anything. If you don't like the guy, don't say anything. But to be laughing and celebrating his death and saying, "Oh, blah blah," like you could say you don't care, but to say, "Oh, blah blah," he deserved to die or anything like that. I know a lot of people. If we're gonna take it to that, then okay, then there's a lot of people that deserve to die, black people included. Asian people included, white people, like other white people included, if we're going to say it like that. So no, I do not think that we should be celebrating the man's death. I, for one, I think it's sad that a father was taken away from their children, a husband was taken away from her wife, and I think it was sad. Again, do I agree with everything, every little thing he said? No, I don't. I don't agree, but I don't think we should be celebrating that at all. because I think it's going to have major consequences. If you're somebody who believes in the way the flow of the universe works, it's going to come back on you. I believe me, tenfold. I'm somebody who I don't put that kind of energy out there. It's a sad thing that he died. I'm not going to say again. I'll reiterate this. I didn't agree with everything he said, but I also didn't disagree with everything that he said
Mhm.
at all. I and there's like I said, there's a lot of people online. There's people who even commented. I'm not going to say names or anything. I'm still friends with them. I'm cool with them and everything, but there's people who try to justify this because he spilled like he said a lot of BS and this and that and blah blah. I remember he and I'm you're here, so I'm like I'm not dogging anything. You like I said, how you feel is how you feel. But like I said, my point to even that, and you weren't like I'm not trying to highlight yours, Key. I was just saying like because I remember you guys both commented, and I understood where you guys were coming from. Because yeah, like he might not have said anything in the way that black people wanted to hear. You know,
Mhm.
I get that. I understand that. I'm not discrediting that at all. But to say the man deserved to get killed in the manner that he did, to say that somebody deserved to die because he thought, like I said, um, I said a quote to somebody. Yeah, it may have been to myself talking, but I think I said it to a friend of mine. I was like, it was in a movie. They said some of the worst things have been done, and with the best intentions.
Bro,
In
can
his
I go
mind,
next?
oh, go ahead.
No,
What'd
I
you
was
say?
just saying. I was just saying I want to go after you if that's cool
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead. Absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
Just
Like,
say done. Just say done, Matt. When you're done,
yeah,
and
yeah. I'll say,
then
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I'm almost done. But I was gonna
No, but
say,
no, no, no. Go ahead. Take all the time you need, brother. Trust me.
yeah, no. I was gonna say, like, um, there's some of the worst things that have been done, in the name of trying to make the world a better place. In their mind, they think that this is what it is. In his mind, he he had his faith. He believed in God, and he thought that this is what he should be doing. That's his calling and that's his prerogative. You know, it's hard to really fault him for that if that's what you think, because a lot of us think that spewing hate in the other direction is the way to save the world. We all want to be superheroes. We all want to save the world. I can relate, there's things in movies, Star Wars. The emperor thought he was doing good. Thought he was making that. So the empires, he created the empire to take over the galaxy. Yeah, he was an evil guy, but it's part of him was a politician too, and thought that he was doing good. And you created evil throughout the entire galaxy. In that, like I said, I can go into more. Maybe I would do a Star Wars episode or something like that to go more into depth about that. But in some ways, I'm not saying that it was the whole thing about him, because, like I said, he was an evil guy too. But in somewhere in his mind, he thought that he was doing the right thing. It's hard to fault somebody because, like, you could fault them for the wrong that they do, but at the same time, like I said, he's thinking this is the right thing. I'm trying to make the world a better place in his mind. I never got the thing for Charlie, the sense of Charlie Kirk, that he was just trying to spread hate and he was trying to do this and trying to do that. No matter how people viewed it, I never got that complete view. Again, I didn't agree with everything that he said. I didn't, but I didn't disagree with everything that he said. But go ahead, Key. I'm done for now. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm I'm under the old law, and when I say I'm under the old law, my granny told me something that I live by. Like my granny told me a long time ago. You reap what you sow.
Mm.
And just being real, bro, I live by that. That's the reason why, like, I don't do people dirty. I stand on my word. You see what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person that if I like say if I say something like and I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. If I say like I just say one of y'all for example, like if I was to tell somebody in secret, man, corn stink. You know what I'm saying or something like
Hmm.
that. When corn confronts me and say, "Hey man, did you tell blah blah that I be stinking?"
Hmm.
Honestly, I'm the type of person that if I said it, I'm gonna say, yeah, bro.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, this is how I honestly feel. I cannot control how when Corn heard that Key said that he stink. I can't control how that made Corn feel. Now, when Corn sees me and he hits me in my face for that, can I have my feelings, my thoughts, my reservations about him hitting me in my face? Yes. If he was to hit me in my face, can I fight him back? Yes. But I can't control how that made him feel. So I'm just being real. Do I feel like that man should have been murdered that way? No, no, absolutely not. But one thing that when you're out here and you're being honest and you feel like I told you, man, when that man said that if it's a black person flying a plane, he'll get off of that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't like maybe this person over here thought, man, he don't mean that bullshit. And then what if this person sitting over here, he understood, like Mav, how you said you understood what he kind of meant, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'll explain that later. Yeah.
But then it's like, what about these three, four, five, six black people over here who all they heard you say was, if the pilot is black, I'm getting off this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I
bro,
get it.
this is my thing about this world, bro. This is my message to us as well. When you're brave enough to start a podcast or a show, you see what I'm saying? And you get on your show and you spew your real raw opinions. Just being real, bro. I give everybody advice and I say, if you not willing to die about what you say, don't say it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Because, bro, just being real, bro, like Charlie Kirk is not the first one to die over his opinions. He's not, just being honest. Look at just why is Malcolm not here? Why is Martin not here?
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing to nobody, but they were killed because of what they believed in. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's like, honestly, I'm not going to sit here and say that it should have happened, but I'll say this with the topics that he was touching on, I bet he expected it. That's why he had on a bulletproof vest when he got shot.
I
He
actually
had,
heard that he didn't have one on.
no,
But
no,
go,
no.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
He had on a bulletproof vest, and the bullet actually bounced off his vest and ricocheted out his neck. You see what I'm saying? And now, I personally would have been behind the little bubble. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, that ain't me. But I'm just saying, man, like, I'm not saying, like, bro, that shit was horrible to watch. I did not enjoy seeing that shit at all. But it's just like, and honestly, I don't think I'm desensitized, but it's just like, when I did my research on this person, it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
It like the more I listened to the bullshit that he was saying, it was just like, oh, okay. Like what? What? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, honestly, the more, cause I'm gonna be honest and say, I didn't know who he was before this shit. I didn't, honestly. But it was like, I definitely held my opinion on socials because I chose to educate myself on him before I speak on it. And it's like, yes, I understand that he was a husband and he was a father. But you gotta think about this, man. When you're doing that type of work, you have to think, what if one of these motherfuckers killed me?
Yeah, you're right.
Just being real. You gotta think. Somebody going like, and then honestly, it's just like people like, man, I just feel like people killing for way less than some of the shit that he was saying. And I mean, my thing is this, man. It's like my last thing, bro, and I'm done with it. Is this the way he got killed? I don't feel like that he deserved that. But you got to think about this as well. If you're like I said, if you're under that old law of you reap what you sow, if you're sowing, you know what I'm saying? If you're sowing fabric of hate, it's
Definitely.
like you just said, it's coming back to you. It's going to come back to you with in the most obscure places. You got killed in fucking Utah. No
Yeah.
disrespect, no disrespect to Utah, but like, bro, it ain't shit in Utah. I said it. I've been through Utah and didn't even realize I was going through Utah.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of detail at all. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they chose that place to come get you. Somebody killed you. They paid attention to your schedule. They knew you were going to appear there. I don't care what nobody say. That was not no goddamn, oh, Charlie Kirk in town. I'm finna shoot them. No. They plotted and planned that because it was too much of a clean shot, bro. Like directly did bro, have y'all seen like I was watching CNN and they was doing like it was like a virtual little analysis of where the bullet came from and how good of a shot that dude had to be to hit him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, that was not corn. I'm sure you can. I mean, as a
I was
guy
gonna
in the
ask.
armed forces,
That was a clean shot right there, brother.
that's
Clean.
what I'm saying, man. Like, bro,
About as clean as you
that
can get
that
right there.
that was
Real
definitely.
quick, Corn. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna ask, Corn. Do you think that was an assassin shot?
Man, if it
Like,
wasn't an assassin, it was absolutely somebody who knew what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Absolutely.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, my bad, Keith. Go ahead.
That was a trained kill shot, bro.
Yes, I
Yeah,
For
was gonna
man.
say. I was
sure.
like, that was too
For
precise.
sure.
And that's
Yeah,
why I said, man, like, and I mean, and then just being real, bro, is like you and I hate to say this, man, but bro, you were dealing with people who got long money.
yeah,
And it's like you like I have like, bro, this world will never find out who was behind that hit, bro. Never. Never. Because I don't care what nobody say, how quickly they caught that dude, man, they finna put that boy in a hole.
yeah,
And you'll never hear from him again.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't even believe it was him, to be
That
honest.
that that's what I'm saying. They're going to blame
yeah.
him
He looked
for
too
it.
typical.
Right.
I think they're gonna do the same way they did the fella that killed JFK. Bro, bro, they finna put that boy up in the middle of goddamn ass crack Arizona under the ground. You'll never hear from him again.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody say. But and honestly, how confident Charlie Kirk used to talk, bro, I think he knew some shit. And I think that's why he's not here.
yeah.
It's
I was
I'm
gonna
oh
say the
this
same
my
thing.
this my last thing, Corn, and you can go. Bruh, I'm telling you, and this may be my conspiracy brain, but bro, when something like that happens, they do that shit to keep you from saying too much. And I feel like anytime somebody like that gets cut down in their prime, they were trying to shut them up. And I mean, that's all I think about it, honestly. You can go ahead, Corn.
For one, again, my mama and dad always tell you, if you spew out enough hate in the world, hate gonna come back. Right? You spew out enough hate, spew out enough negativity, spew out enough salt. Eventually something gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's right or
Yep.
wrong. And that's what
Yep.
happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Am I happy? No. Am I celebrating? No. Do I care? No. You know what I'm saying? Am I losing sleep? No. You know what I'm saying? This the same man who, this the same. These are some of the things that this man said. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is on a 20 versus 1. This is the new thing every day nowadays, 20 verse 1, right? These are some of the things that I'm not saying you might agree with it or not, but it's highly like, huh? A woman asked him if your daughter was raped at age 10, because he's a very staunch no abortion person, correct? If your daughter was raped at age 10, would you force her to have the baby? He said yes. To me, you're insane. You know what I'm saying? So this is on YouTube. Type in Charlie Kirk versus 20 versus 1. This is
I
this is
seen
this
that.
is this is public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? This is not me making
Yeah,
nothing up. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? To force your daughter to
that's
have
crazy.
that's crazy. And these are people. This is the man that y'all that when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all too, but I'm talking to the world of people who are defending him. This is the man that
Mm,
y'all are defending. Weirdos like this. You know what I'm saying? Another one. He said the 1940s black families were in a better place than we're in 2025. How? 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 I don't care what finesse you can make. There's no way you can tell me the 1940s when we was getting hanged every day, every other day. Yes, less crimes was happening because we couldn't get out, we couldn't do nothing because white people could do whatever they wanted to do without going to prison, without doing anything towards us. First off, secondly, who is writing down the crimes anyway in the 1940s? Who's taking? You know what I'm saying? We don't have this ain't the era where the computers track everything. This is everything was being tracked by a person. So of course there wasn't nothing being wrote down and tracked because you know what I'm saying. Depending on who you are and who it is and what did you do, it didn't get wrote down. And again, blacks was getting hung every other day. So how was it good? How were blacks in a better place? Again, that's race. That is trending towards the racism thing. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Secondly, this is at his own mouth. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to wonder if he's qualified. Why aren't he's pertaining to the DEI, the diversity, equity, and I can't remember what the I was, sorry for, but basically it's DEI was made to make sure that women, disabled veterans, Hispanics, blacks were all getting treated fairly. For whatever reason, it's only been subjected just the blacks and the Hispanics, but it's for disabled people, veterans, women, for all of us to get a fair shot at getting whatever that job is. Correct. But again,
The I stands for inclusion.
inclusion.
mm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So whatever that is, you know what I'm saying, right? So my thing is, why is it that you see a white person and don't question him? That's what I would ask Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, would you not? Why would you not question him? You're only going to question the black people because that's what,
I
again,
thought that same. I
again,
thought the same thing.
again. That's what came out of his mouth, not mine, not mine, not mine. This is his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you including? Why aren't you? So why don't you question anybody? Why don't you question any other person? You know what I'm saying? Qualifications. It's women, it's Hispanics, it's blacks, it's disabled people, all of them, only blacks. Again, you're trending towards racist, boss. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. You're trending in that direction. Why would I want to listen to you? I'm not going to listen to you. Secondly, this is again another person who says he believes that again. I'm touching all topics. You know what I'm saying? This person believes that kids in high school should not get fed one meal. Why? When the kids are in school 8 hours a day, you don't want the kids to get fed one meal. They shouldn't.
And
They
just
shouldn't get.
because they in
They shouldn't.
like just
They
because they
shouldn't.
in
They
high
shouldn't.
school.
eh, eh, Once again, he believes that they shouldn't get free lunch. Why not? They go to school for free.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Why? We go to school
Yeah,
for free. We're not paying for middle school or high school. We just got to enroll them and hope that, you know what I'm saying, obviously they can get into school. But we didn't pay for that unless you're paying for the private schools and whatnot, of course. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other ball game. But you do not have to pay for a school, high school or middle school. So why do we have to pay? Why can't the kids get at least one free meal, which should be lunch, in my opinion? Why not? Again, this is idiotic stuff that these people are spewing out. This is the stuff he said, bro. This the same man. The same man that said black people were stronger, richer, and in a better place before the Civil Acts movement or the Civil Acts right movement, whatever. How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How? I didn't know how. How?
Yeah.
How were they better? How are they richer? They wasn't getting jobs. Make
The
it
on
make
bro,
sense.
the only thing that I
Again, that's trending towards racist. What else do I have to say? And then so let's talk about the peeing on the grave thing. Again, it's also another man who doesn't believe in empathy. So why are we empathizing and sympathizing that he's dying? He doesn't believe in it. So
yep,
I'm only giving him what he put out. Do you see we're going back to what you put in the world is what you got in the world. You see? So
yep.
I'm only giving him what he put out. He said, do not sympathize, be empathy, whatever that. He didn't want that. So why should I give it to him? This is another man who parades going around parading that MLK national holiday is a facade, is fake, is blah blah blah, is lame. He shouldn't be. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Let's roll with MLK is a facade or a fake, right? So why do we celebrate President's Day? Why do you do that? Why don't you smoke people who celebrate Thanksgiving Day? The real origins of what Thanksgiving really is. You know what I'm saying. So why don't we do that right there? So why is it just MLK Day that you only talk about? There's other holidays that we can really dial into what the real origins of what Valentine's Day is. You know what I'm saying? But they celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? So I need to I need to understand what are you talking about here, brother? You know what I'm saying? Again, that's leading in toward the racism thing. You feel me? He's on the internet. He's on the internet saying we saw the FBI files of MLK and we know he was a different person than what he was. Okay, let's roll with that. And then he says in the same breath, we do know FBI files can be fake and all that. So why would you even bring up the FBI files then? Because you don't like this person, you think it's true, so you want to use the FBI files. And you literally say in the same breath, in the same sentence, the FBI files show, although it is the FBI files in quotation mark, he says, let's just roll it if it's true. What sense does that make, bro? Make me make sense, bro. Make that make sense. Why would I not pee on his grave? He peeing on other folks' grave. What we talking about? I'm with the tit for tat. I ain't got no problem with it. You feel me? Again,
Hey,
I don't have no problem. I'm not wishing no death on this grave. But again, I'm not losing
see
no
this,
sleep. I'm not losing no
Right.
sleep. I'm not losing no money. I ain't crying, and I damn sure ain't mad. Go ahead, cuz.
bro. My only thing is, man, like I don't like that when somebody that I'll just say the world, I don't care if they secretly share their views, I don't care if they publicly share their views. It's like you want the world to stop and show empathy and don't, this man was this and this man was that. But it's my thing is this,
That man would spill on you if you was on fire, bro. But go ahead.
that and think about it. When our black heroes die, anybody give a fuck? Hell no. You know what's crazy? People mock you or laugh. I ain't gonna say laugh at you, but I've 100% seen a post where your average people will say something like, if you shedded a tear over Kobe Bryant's death, you need to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, so a person like a Kobe Bryant who his main message was
Hoops.
hard work. Kobe, his message was to be the GOAT, it requires focus. Kobe, he was a main, he was like one of the biggest voices for the WNBA. You see what I'm saying? It was like the message that Kobe put out there wasn't a negative one. Did he do shit like, with the whole rape case and all of that shit? Of course he did. But it's 2025 and he was proven innocent. But to this day, motherfuckers still gonna say that about him. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, why? I don't understand. Like, so is it because like how they like to diminish that what he did was play basketball for a living? You see what I'm saying? Like, what was the quote? What the lady say? Shut up and dribble. You see what I'm saying? Like that's okay for the world to say, but the message this man puts out there, y'all think that that affords him the right just because he was a husband and father, so was Kobe.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
So was MLK, so was Malcolm X, all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody gave two shits. You know what I'm saying? My like, bro, I just my thing, and I ain't the type of person to try to compare deaths and compare grief. I honestly hate when people compare grief to other people's grief. But my
Mhm,
thing is this, man, like the reason why I try to always be a righteous person is, bro, you literally cannot control how your actions make some people feel. And it's like I still feel like, bro, he ripped. Is that a word? To ripped or reap what you sow? And that's how I feel.
mhm.
Man, I wanted you
Um,
to respond to some of the things. I know you want to speak on the DI thing and what he supposedly meant, so to speak, and then a
yeah,
couple of
yeah,
it's been one or two more questions I want to hit
yeah.
you on. But go ahead.
And I respect both of y'all's opinions. Like you guys made some good points. Um, as far as the DEI, because there's some things like what some things that you were saying, Corn. I haven't. I'm, I'll say this now. There's some things I haven't done thorough research on, and I'm the type of person that I like. There's some videos that I've seen, and I did the thorough research. I seen a couple clips you posted, and
Yeah,
I did the thorough research on it. So I want to do thorough research on some of the things you were saying.
yeah.
As far as the DEI thing, I think I was talking to Key right before we went live, and I was saying that um I think the way he said it wasn't the best way to say it, but I think I understood what he was saying.
Oh
And
yeah.
people, anybody could disagree with me. I don't mean to offend or anything like that. I know it's a sensitive subject for people, but the DEI, a lot of people when they think DEI, they're thinking if they're not thinking like gay people or transsexual people, they're thinking black people
Mm,
because black people, the equal rights and everything. Like DEI, a lot of black people really believe that DEI benefits them to the fullest because there's no discrimination. Is just basically what it is. And I think what he was saying is the problem with DEI and black people. Like I said, I've said this in last in a prior podcasts. We have the biggest voice on earth right now. We are the most powerful people right now because, like I said, hip hop is the biggest influence in the world. Black people, we are the most talented. We're the most this. We're the most that. So I think in his own way, he was trying to relate it, and maybe he didn't do it in the best way. He took black people as an example because we are the leading people right now. We are the people that everybody the trends we follow and everything. And he's saying if I go and see because of DEI, if I go and see a black man flying a plane, like I said, it's probably the first thing that came to mind because we are the leading on everything right now. And I'm going to wonder, did he get hired because of his skill or did he get hired because he was black? I understood it because if you walk onto a plane and um you you walk onto a plane and you know that the DEI thing exists. What if you go onto a plane and this black guy gets hired, doesn't really know what he's doing at all, but because hey, he's black and we want to meet quota and we don't want to offend anybody, we hired him. Now you have somebody who's unskilled flying your plane. That's what I think he means. Now there's a risk of everybody on that plane dying
But
because he
here's my
doesn't know
thing.
what he's doing.
Here's my thing with what you just said, man.
Uh-huh.
Just as easily as a black person could be unqualified, a white person could too.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not discrediting that. I'm only saying that where I think his head was at. And again, I don't think maybe he didn't say it in the best way. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to just use black people as an example, but I understood. I don't think that part was malicious. I think he used it because black people are the leading people right now. Like I said, we have the most powerful voice. When I said it's dangerous to be stupid, a lot of us we can't afford to it because we have the most powerful voice. Hip hop is the most influential thing right now. Everybody follows our trends. There's white people, Asian people who are talking just like what they think black people sound like. They want to be us. They want to be rappers. They want to be like, so he sees that as a white man. He sees that. So he's going to use the black man as an example. Again, do I think maybe he should have said it better? Yeah, but I think I did understand what he meant by DEI. Right before this, I was telling Key there was a guy on social media. It was supposed to be like funny and stuff, but he's like, he took pictures of him. He got a job as a forklift or something trainer, like a forklift or operating some kind of forklift or something. He got the job. I was like, he lied on the application and got the job. That was probably a DEI hire. He's sitting here day one on the job and he's sitting there scratching his head. Day two, day 15, or whatever it was. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still here. That would probably to a lot of people be a DEI hire. If you go and fuck up on that forklift and after a month you still, or whatever the time frame is, you still don't know what you're doing, you're putting people's lives in danger. Now that again, you're right, Key, both of you. This can be anyone, but I use that as an example is like this is what people are talking about with that. People make jokes about it, but I'm like, that's actually a real thing. And a DEI hire, again, this can be, yeah, you're right. This can be white people. A gay person can get hired and not know what they're doing. But because you're gay and because that company doesn't want to suffer the consequences of public opinion, they hire them. They hire a quota. There's a quota in some companies. There's a quota that they hire of black people, the token black people. There is because we need that because the company makes our company look good. If we don't hire black people, it makes our company look bad, and it makes that. And like I said, if we don't hire black people, if we don't hire gays, they're going to make a big fuss about it. And like I said, we're going to have to go in a whole public media battle about this. And a lot of companies don't want to do that. A lot of companies don't want to face the loss of money, face the loss of their reputation. They don't want to face it. And that's just reality. A lot of it. So as far as DEI, I don't, like I said, I didn't think DEI benefited the majority of people at all. Because again, you can get hired. Like I said, I can go on a application and lie my ass off. And just because they're like, well, man, he seems like he's going to make a big stink out of this, blah, 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 and some companies will believe you, but some companies are hiring you because they don't want the problem. And that's the problem with the DEI hire. So I think I understood where he was coming from with that. Was it said in the best way? Like I said, I got to go look at the video again. And I remember seeing the video. I'm like, yeah, I get how it wasn't said in the best way, but I think I understand what he was talking about. Now, again, I'm not, like I said, I don't disagree. I don't agree with everything the guy said. I didn't know him crazy well. I saw his videos here and there. Like there's some things like a lot. There's something like I didn't like the fact that he was how aggressive he was towards people. Sometimes there's a lot of things I didn't like about the guy, but there's some things that, like I said, you know what? He's not wrong. He mentioned something about black fathers not being there. Black people themselves complain about how black fathers are not there because of this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. He
But
said
what?
it's a
But it's
problem in
not
America.
because it's not because of rap though. That's what he was trying to allude to. Rap, Nicki Minaj and these kind of people are not the reason why black fathers are not around, and also white fathers ain't around either. He's only targeting one set of people.
Yeah, and
Also,
I
and with
like
that,
I said, oh go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like with what Corn just said, like me
Mhm.
as a black father who I ain't missed a beat in my kid's life. You see what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
he's
Mhm.
not.
Like
He's not
I've
talking
literally
about.
been there.
He's not talking about the 30%. He's talking about the. It's not 30%, but you get.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
targeting the 70% people. But go ahead.
And that's why it's
I'm
like,
sorry, I
okay,
cut you off. Go ahead.
that no, but that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I say you can't control who you offend because it's like, okay, you sitting there saying that, but me as a black father, I know good and goddamn well that me, my homeboys, my family, I know plenty of terrific black fathers.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
same
like,
here.
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
Um,
I had a great father. You see what I'm saying?
but here's my thing. And my father is amazing. If he's listening even now, I love you, Dad. Like my dad was amazing. I don't think he was talking to that majority. I think he was talking to the people that didn't have that around. You know, again, there's a lot of white people that you'll find are disconnected with black people. They don't understand how to talk. Sometimes they don't understand how to talk to black people. I've seen
Hey,
this personally. I'm
I
not,
was
and I,
just about to say that.
yeah, like there's some of them that just like they're not racist or I have friends who I have friends who are like they just don't understand. Like, hey, man, this I don't say this in front of them. They're like, but why not? They really don't get it. They honestly, to honest to God, don't get it. And I understand. I understand it. That's why I say it's hard. I can't completely fault them for that because, like I said, they were raised in a whole different environment, a whole different culture.
Bro, can I
You know,
send
Okay.
they
a
don't
message to
understand.
some? Can I send a message to some white people real quick,
But
Yeah, go ahead.
hold on real quick. When
Yeah.
he's only targeting real quick. He's only targeting rap. What about the rock and roll music that talks about snorting coke and killing yourself all the goddamn time? Like there's plenty of so-called white music that's putting out retarded shit. You know what I'm saying? So
And
again,
you are
he's only using rap because that's what's popular. You know what I'm saying?
no,
yes.
If
no,
I
no.
told him,
I'm gonna tell you, bro. He only using rap because I say about 80 to 90% of the fucking world is influenced by rap.
Yes,
That's the
that's my
whole
whole
reason.
point.
That's the whole
That's why
reason.
he's using it.
You see what I'm saying? It's like that's the whole
Yeah.
reason
because
all these young white boys is
he literally got on TV and said, "Why aren't people listening to Beethoven, bro? Who listen to Beethoven, bro? Stop playing with
nobody.
me, bro. You know what I'm saying?"
Listen,
Nobody.
honestly, hold on. We can't say nobody. I've listened to Beethoven. Beethoven is there's actually I think it's his Ninth Symphony. If anybody wants to try this out,
I
it's
mean,
his
I've
Ninth
heard it
Symphony that he.
before. I've heard
Well,
it before.
listen. Beethoven, there's
Well,
keys in
no,
that, like, and once you understand like frequency and stuff,
I'm with you, but
there's a
he
frequency.
was
There's a
speaking on as if people should listen to Beethoven the way they listen to rap. Ain't nobody, bro, I'm not gonna say ain't nobody, bro. Y'all know folks ain't listening to fucking Beethoven and who is it Mozart or who I don't know if Mozart,
these
but it's like ain't
these
nobody
days, yeah.
doing that, bro. Come on,
These
man.
days, yeah, you're right. But like I said, like I think again, he's speaking from a perspective of he was speaking from a perspective of a white man. I understand. We also with him mentioning black people and stuff like that. Again, I'm not saying he said this in the best way, but he's going off for what's popular right now. He understood that we have the biggest voice right now. So a speaker like that, a man like that, that's who he's targeting right now. Like Dr. Umar Johnson, he targets extreme black people. Says a sentence three times, says a sentence three times, says a sentence three times, says a
Uh,
sentence three times. You guys are going to
uh,
remember me saying that in this podcast because
Bro,
there's tactics on how you talk to people and how you make people remember.
can I
He's
say
using
what was
he was
not
using
can I say
tactics.
what's not
Like,
being said?
look how he's making you remember though. He's going around saying there is no white privilege in America. That's a lie.
Bro, I was
yeah,
just finna
that's
say,
true, but you
I was
remember
just
That's
it,
a
finna
don't you?
say
lie.
what
That's
he
a
You
what
know?
he's
lie.
doing, bro. He's doing what Skip Bayless and all those other guys do. He's not doing nothing but giving shock statements.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's all he
When you
doing.
want people, like
Nah,
when you want people
I
to,
disagree with that. He believed what he's saying. He has
No,
too
no, no.
many.
I was just finna
He
say.
has
I was
too
just finna
much.
say. I was just finna say.
He has too much factual statements, information,
yeah.
statistics
Oh yeah, he
behind
believes
what
it.
he's
Like
saying. Like
I
he
think he
believes
believes
what
a
he's
lot of the
saying.
stuff. I
Skip
think he
He
Bayless does
believes a
not
lot.
definitely
believe.
believe it. He definitely believe
Skip
it.
Bayless.
I was just
Skip
saying
Bayless
that,
does not believe. Skip Bayless does not believe that because LeBron James doesn't have a particular rapper in his top five that he should be in the top. It should be in the GOAT discussion. These are the things that Skip Bayless coming out of his mouth. That's not true. He
yeah.
doesn't
Mhm.
believe it. That is
But
that is
my
what you
thing with
call
Charlie
for
Kirk is
looking
this,
for
bro.
shock value.
You can tell, bro. You can tell. I'm not saying he don't believe the shit, but I'm saying that he's gonna say it to get a reaction.
Yes. Yes. He's
You
gonna
see what I'm
say this
saying?
to get a
Like
reaction.
he
Like
was doing that shit to get a reaction. And honestly, just being real, he got the reaction he was looking for, if you ask me.
I like I
Well, just to be
said,
clear, he's been people don't realize he's been on a tear. He just didn't get started last year. He's been on a run for like 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying, but go ahead.
yeah, I didn't know anything about the guy like much. Like I said, I seen him here and there. When I heard the name, I recognized the name. I'm like, oh, I've seen that guy, right? I've seen his little like debates and stuff like that. And like I said, that's why I came to the conclusion. I've heard some of it. I'm like, he's not wrong about everything that he's saying. I'm not gonna say
No,
he's right about everything that he was saying, but like again, you got to understand what you just said, Corn. He's been at this for 6, 7 years. He's a social media public figure, and he's in the politics too. So
yeah,
what is he going to do to get people's attention? He's going to say what he feels, and he knows it's going to shock people. He knows. He wants you to pay attention to him. It's like Charleston White. Charleston White says stuff
Mav, when you
for
tell Mav,
mhm.
when you tell somebody the 1940s was better for black people than it was 2025, I can't tell. That's not shock value, bro. You believe that? There's no
But
way.
no,
You know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying? You
saying
didn't
is, I'm
tell
not
me.
saying that he didn't believe it, but I'm saying he's going to say this publicly like that, and he got your attention now. I'm going to
Yeah,
say something that I believe to get your attention, like he wasn't scared to say it. I believe that he was probably prepared to die at some point for what he was saying, given the climate. I'm not saying that he didn't believe what he was saying. I think he did, or else he wouldn't have said it. But the reason that he said it and said it the way in ways sometimes that he did was to get people to watch him. He
Yo,
wanted
bro, man,
people to come because he wants people to watch and
I just wanna
see
give
the stuff that he was saying. You know.
I just wanna give black people and white people a clear message. First message, black people, listen, everybody, all of these people know that what black people are gonna do, they're gonna hear some racist shit, and black people are gonna be so shocked. Oh, he said some racist shit that they're
Uh-huh.
gonna overreact and they're gonna blow them up. You're going to make these people famous every single time
Yeah.
somebody says
Yeah.
some racist shit and we overreact to it. We already know, like Mav said in Dr. Umar's voice, we already know this is how these people feel. Stop overreacting every time somebody says some shit you can't believe. And then
Mhm.
my message to white people. Listen, if you're not in a fucking position to do anything to help black people, or if you feel like it's a problem and black people are the problem, if you're not in a position to change nothing about it, shut the fuck up. Don't speak on black issues. You're not going to do anything to change it. You don't give a
Mhm.
fuck. You're not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
get
You
what you're
don't
saying.
care. You're not of the culture. You know what I'm saying? Go about your fucking business. You see what I'm saying? Like, my thing is this, bro. It's too many fucking people trying to get famous off of their words. And it's too many people who are, that it's like, take the Marquee podcast, where sometimes we debate, you know, popular topics, urban topics, some white topics, whatever. We won't get no shine. Y'all will go right to the podcast that's spewing hate. That is so fucking stupid. Stop making people like a Charlie Kirk famous. Because of course I believe some of the shock statements that he was saying, but I 100%, I always have believed that there's two truths to everything. I feel like there's the actual truth, and then there's a way that you can still tell the truth, but say it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
correct.
I don't disagree with that. You're right.
I'm gonna give y'all a quick example, bro, from my personal life. So my girl had an issue some years ago with her cousin, right? Now, her cousin is a hothead. You see what I'm saying? Always want to fight. So, and my girl is a hothead as well. She's just not as much of a fighter as her cousin. So, my girl was struggling over telling her something that she knew would hurt her feelings and she knew she would want to fight, right? So, I literally sat my girl down and I said, listen, there's a way you can talk to her. You don't have to be confrontational. You don't have to be offensive. You can still tell her the truth. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. This is what I told my girl. I said, if a woman asks you if she look fat in something, you can say yes, you look fat. Or you could say, I mean, I don't think that dress is as flattering as maybe the gray one that's in the closet. You see what I'm saying? I still told her that the dress doesn't look good on her. I just handled her with care,
Mhm.
empathy, which is something that this motherfucker went on record saying that he don't have. You see what I'm saying? That's that's why
Let's
I
go.
personally
Good point. That was a good point.
I didn't give two fucks once I started listening to the shit he was saying. It's like, nah. Nah, you got it, bro.
Nah, you made a good point. You made good points. I mean, and like I said, and this is probably going to be my last thought on it. I mourn the just loss of life period because times that we're living in are crazy and it's sad how like just how crazy for me it's bigger than just his death. It's the fact that people are just becoming evil in the world, you know, and you after a while you just get tired of the evilness, you know, no matter what, no matter how you felt about him, like if you felt he was evil, there's things that he shouldn't have said. Yeah, I'm just tired and in general of all of it. So it's just the killing and all that is crazy. I know we play it in video games and this and that, and you know, but it's just. I think for me, it's just the world is getting crazy, and I think people are just getting irrational about stuff. And for me, that's my biggest thing. I think the people, like I said, if people who are claiming to believe in the Christian faith and everything, the Christian faith directly says it's a sin to celebrate somebody's death. God doesn't look kindly on that. He's not sitting there commending you for doing it. And a lot of people I see on Facebook or anything like celebrating death while quoting Bible scriptures at the same time. I'm going to say this: stop quoting Bible scriptures if you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to follow. Stop. You put a bad name
Mm-hmm.
on God. You're putting a bad name on the so-called, like I said, on the on your so-called Christian faith. Like I said, I grew up in a religious household, so I understand what the Christian faith is about. I understand to the fullest. If anybody knows how I grew up, you know I understand to the fullest what the Christian faith is about. I know for a fact, firsthand, that you're not supposed to be doing that. So for you to sit there and say, God, this, oh my God, First Corinthians this, Genesis this, Revelations this says this, I blah 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 blah. I'm glad Charlie Kirk is dead. No, the Bible teaches directly against that. Directly. Go look it up.
Okay, so look, let's
So,
okay,
oh, go ahead.
Corn.
I'm sorry.
My bad. I was just gonna say, Corn. Give your last thoughts, and then we got to move on.
Yeah.
We've been
Okay.
on. We've been
What I
on
was
this
saying,
for an
my
hour,
last,
bro.
my last thoughts is that, listen, I get like, again, I want to reiterate, there are things that he has said that I think is that's true. At least I believe true. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Women are women, as in women are. If you're born a woman, guess what? You're a woman. You know what I'm saying? If you're born a man, X, Y, 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 exon chromosomes. I agree. I'm on his side with that. This thing, I'm with him on. I'm with him on all that. But again, when he go, again, you can say a lot of good things. You can say a lot of good.
Yeah.
I just said a million good things. The moment I say that right there, I'm done. I should be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with the same thing we hear with the Charlie Kirk dude. He says he has said good things, but the things he's mentioned about others, nah, the other stuff he didn't said, the hate he put in his head. Why am I listening to you for, bro? That's just me, bro.
Okay, so we done with that with the Charlie Kirk shit. I mean, I'll
For
say
sure.
this.
For sure.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Now I don't. I mean, it's up to y'all what y'all want that P to stand for. You know, a lot of people said piss.
Mine stands for
A lot of people
urine.
said
Mine stands
peace.
for urine.
Yes, I'm saying. So, y'all, the world can make whatever they want that RIP to stand for, whatever. Okay, enough for that shit.
Mhm.
The next issue that I seen going viral was I seen so many, and based off, Charlie Kirk, white people have opinions too, sir. So I seen all women of every color saying that Carmelo Anthony was wrong for not mentioning his former wife, Lala Anthony, in his Hall of Fame acceptance speech. My thoughts on that is this, bro. A Hall of Fame speech, to me, is not to thank your former wife or your baby mama, which is what she is. Now, yes, like, of course, yes, you know, if he would have thanked her, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck that he didn't either. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because, yeah, I'm sure, when they were together and they were trying to be that example of black love that, everybody tried to make them. By the way, side note, do y'all notice that all of the people from our childhood that world held up as an example of black love have slowly but surely fallen off,
Oh yeah.
gotten divorced, or, somebody's cheating, somebody's running around with a man, or you know what I'm saying? Anywho, my thing is this, bro. Carmelo Anthony was a basketball legend well before he met Lala Anthony.
Mm.
And just being real, he's a basketball legend to this day. And I'm sorry, bro. Whenever I think of Carmelo Anthony's basketball game, the last person on earth that I think about is Lala. Like, I'm of the belief if in a Hall of Fame acceptance speech, you're only to me, I would thank people who directly contributed to the development or growth of my basketball game. And then and another thing, people acting like, Lala was at home slaving over a hot stove and she was at home with his son. And man, first of all, Carmelo was filthy rich. And I'd be
Most
willing to
definitely.
bet you anything that they had maids. I'd be willing to bet you anything that that girl had help, paid help with that goddamn baby. First of all. Second of all, they've been, I'm talking about, I think I seen where they've been broken up damn near for a decade, bro. A decade? Like what? Why? What?
I don't know. I don't know if it's been that long.
Bro, like, but that's my thing.
It might. I don't know if it's been that long, but they ain't break up yesterday. I know that.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it's been a
bro.
minute.
That is a old relationship. That's a old relationship, bro. Cayenne is in college. Like what? No, bro. Like I'm sorry, bro. And you speaking to a man that, like, if I was inducted into the Hall of Fame for something right now, yes, I would thank the mother of my children. But that's because she's held me down in ways that honestly, I don't think Lala did for Carmelo.
Mhm.
Like, now, could there be situations that we don't know about that she held him down through? Of course. But shit, bitch, put it in your book. I'm sorry, Lala. I did not mean to call you a bitch. Cause once I meet you, I 100% intend to give you a hug. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Lala, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Lala was she was one of my high school crushes, bro. She kind of broke my heart when she started fucking with Carmelo, but that's a side note. But no, bro, my last thought on that is this, and I'm gonna shut up. I swear to God, Carmelo thanked everybody he was supposed to. In the Hall of Fame speech, me personally, you thank your parents for bringing you into this world, some of your coaches, of course, your kids, if you are currently married or currently dealing with somebody, I would thank that person if they're holding you down. But no, I'm not thanking exes and shit. What the hell? I'm done. Y'all got thoughts on it? Or we want to go to something else?
I was gonna say it's one of those. I guess I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Little Red Hen. He did not help me make the bread. So it's like if you weren't there from the beginning of my career, you didn't help. You came in when I was already a legend, as you mentioned.
What
Then I
Drake
don't see
say?
why people
What
have.
did what did what did what did what did Drake say? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You in the gym, I was gonna say that too. Yeah, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I'm like, I don't know. Like, why do you have a problem with that? I think I mentioned something like a little bit earlier about when Dr. Dre and his wife went through their stuff, and she thought she was entitled to all his money. I was like, no, you're entitled as far as like being his wife and having kids, but as far as all his money that you weren't there for, his chronic money, his NWA money,
Right.
his chronic 2001, like you weren't there. Like, why do you think you should get anything like that? You should get what's owed to you, yes, as being his wife and bearing his children. Yeah, you should get what's owed to you, but you ain't got to mention you. If you weren't there like that,
You
then
ain't have nothing
like,
to do with
you
Beats
know,
by Dre.
exactly. You had nothing to do with any of that. So if you were just there to be his wife and collect the money, then and you buried his children, yeah, you should get something. Cool, you're his wife. Yeah, I agree that you should get something,
Take
not as
this
much as she
money,
got.
take this
Yeah.
money and get your ass on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. Corn.
Man, listen, man. This is just another thing women are trying to find a way to tear men down, tear black men down. Well, they ain't black men, just tear just to make themselves feel good.
Yep.
This is
Yep.
this is this is a reach. This is a reach. I don't know why this is even a topic. I don't know how it became a topic. Man, dude, the woman, y'all want somebody to mention somebody that wasn't even there. Women want support when they don't even want to support. Don't even make sense. Women are crazy. This, women want support and then they don't even support.
Bruh.
Crazy.
Bruh.
The fact that this is even getting any kind of traction is absurd to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's because, man, I'm telling you, man, it's like people okay. It's this internet couple that I ain't gonna put them on blaze, but it's this internet couple that I just recently unfollowed because they make my fucking flesh crawl. And it's because that the message that they're putting out, like, bro, this particular dude, and I'll tell y'all who they are off air. But dude, this particular dude, the message that he puts out is that everywhere they go, the man does everything. He's supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. He's supposed to do this. He's supposed to do that. And it's like all the woman on this particular internet couple does is just put her fucking feet up and just be present. But I guarantee you, if they divorce, if they divorce, she'll feel entitled to half of his shit. That to me, that is
Uh,
not okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you the one, okay, if you're the one, like, okay, if I'm being fully transparent, there I have seen some of their videos where the woman, she'll be cooking. You see what I'm saying? Okay, cool. But this particular couple, they don't have children. So it's like, what is it that y'all are doing that makes you feel like you're entitled to half of this man's life work? You know what I'm saying? Like prime example, prime example. Okay, I'll give you the perfect example of somebody who deserved what she got. Juanita Jordan deserved what she got because she was with Mike from the start. You see what I'm saying? And it's like she gave him she gave him babies. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's like she's there with the babies, no nannies and all that shit, which I mean, I don't even know if that is true. But Mike and we
Mm-hmm.
all know Michael Jordan is the most petty motherfucker ever. And if Mike felt like you deserved that shit, you deserved it. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm sure
yeah.
Juanita Jordan had to deal with the cheating rumors, the gambling shit. You see what I'm saying? Everything that Michael Jordan went through, she was there for it.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
from the from the from the death of his father. You see what I'm saying? Everything, she's right there. And it's documented. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like you see her at funerals with him. She's right there by his side when he had to say something about the gambling allegations. When he had to when people blamed Michael Jordan for getting his father killed. She was right there beside him. You see what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, when the kids that she birthed, they're coming up and they're now McDonald's All-Americans and they're going through the recruiting process and all of that. She's right there at every signing day you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, I get it in her situation, but it's like I don't know, bro. When Carmelo punched Nate Robinson, and it was the weakest punch I ever seen thrown from a man. And he kinda scurried away from Nate Robinson, right? I didn't see Lala have his back, but there's an interview, and everybody can go look it up, where motherfucker, what's his name? The nigga who the dude who what I cannot think of his name, but um little ugly dude, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller. When Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan was having their battles, Juanita was like, I don't know, but he better watch that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like basically, she didn't do nothing, but she at least voiced her opinion to let the world know I got my man back.
Yeah, for
You,
sure.
you see what I'm saying? Like I can't ever
Yeah.
remember Lala doing some shit like that. Even think about it. When KG and Carmelo got into it, when KG said she tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, like did Lala come out and at least say, I don't taste like I mean anything. And you're a TV personality, but still don't say nothing, even though you know your man is going through great embarrassment because of your funk ass. You still don't say nothing. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, 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 no. In my opinion, no. Y'all got anything else on that, or y'all want to move on?
Oh, I'm
I'm just tired of women wanting inclusion for nothing.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, so another thing that's going on is okay. Here's my okay. Another topic is Chris Paul and LeBron James were both inducted into the Hall of Fame while still being active players. Now, I don't have a problem with that at all because just being real, the 5 year shit or the waiting shit, that shit is stupid. Because I'm of the
Especially for the
belief
ones
that
like, come
right,
on,
the
the no
ones that
brainers.
going, like, come on now. Now, me personally, I think Chris Paul ass should have waited. Now,
To
LeBron, come
what?
on now. Like
Waiting for
LeBron,
what? Chris Paul's waiting for
LeBron was
what?
going regardless. But Chris Paul, honestly, I don't think that he was like a closed casket, goddamn it, first day, first ballot Hall of Fame.
How's he not?
Because he okay, I'm gonna tell you how. Because Chris Paul to me was not a generational decade defining talent personally. With LeBron, it's not questionable. He's going, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's so many other, like, I'm sorry, bro. Steph Curry should have a gold jacket right now, an orange jacket. I'm sorry. And just being real, I feel like if you a guy who in that particular generation where there's somebody who was clearly better than you, no, you're not a Hall of Fame jacket. Why are you still active type player? No, no. Steph Curry, absolutely. Like, go ahead, go ahead. Bro, I trust me. I know. Chris Paul got plenty of accolades, and don't get it confused, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say Chris Paul one of my favorite players because he's not. But Chris Paul definitely. No, I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer at all. I'm not saying that at all.
He's
But
day one, the moment he's 1 second, he's yesterday Hall of Fame. What are we talking about?
now he Chris Paul could have went through the necessary wait period. To me, he ain't got no
No,
ring.
he does not. What they got to do anything? What they got to do
It got
anything?
it got
It's
everything to
plenty
do
players
with
Hall of
it.
Fame. It's plenty players in the Hall of Fame without no
No,
ring.
no,
We
bro.
don't do that one.
Hall of Fame. While you still active, you should have a
Most
ring. I'm
definitely.
sorry.
Most
I'm
definitely.
sorry.
Most
I'm sorry.
definitely. Most definitely. Why he's
That's why
active?
I
Most
said
definitely. He's that
Chris,
guy. Six.
Chris
He
Paul
got
did
six
not
steals
deserve,
titles.
bro. No,
He's got
no,
6 steals titles.
no. No,
Steals, 6 steals title. That's most for a point guard
no,
ever. How many
no.
assist titles do he
Because just
have?
being real, bro, Chris Paul done had plenty of talent. He should have a ring. And I'm sorry, bro. If you talking about going against the grain and you breaking the rules and giving me a Hall of Fame jacket while I still play, no, 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 no. You should have a championship. I'm
Why do
sorry.
y'all feel like rings grow on championships? I mean, grow on trees. Why do you feel like
Because
rings grow on trees, bro? Because
no, no, no.
they don't.
I don't think rings grow on trees,
They
but
don't.
just being real, the object of sports, honestly, you're playing to win a championship.
You do realize there's more
Right or
people in the Hall
wrong.
of Fame without a
Right or
ring
wrong.
than there is one. You do realize there's more people in the Hall of Fame without a ring than there is people with a ring.
I
You
know.
know
And
that,
the
right?
Chris Paul could have went in the Hall of Fame with them motherfuckers. But ain't no way.
Negative,
I ain't
negative,
bro.
bro.
No,
But what I'm saying
I'm
is,
not
bro, a
giving
Hall
Chris
of
Paul a
Fame.
ring. Go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
Not what I'm saying. If you're gonna do the hot, what I'm saying is, bro, Chris Paul, he has too many accolades. First and foremost, he has too many first players ever to do this, youngest player to do this, fastest player to do this, one of 5 players to do this.
Hey,
He has like a million of those kind of records. You know what I'm saying? So he has a million of those,
in the words of Young Thug, whoop de doo. He does
but
not
not everybody
deserve
has
a
that.
jacket.
But not everybody has those.
Not
How,
active
why would he not? Why would not be active? He's done
because,
too
bro.
much.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about all the Hall of Famers
Again,
who had to wait that time frame before they go in.
how many of them Chris
I'm sorry,
Paul? How many of them had his accolades? How many of them
bro.
had his accolades?
I'm sorry, bro. If you never achieved the highest honor in your sport, no, you don't
Which
deserve
is
a
first
Hall
team
of
All
Fame
NBA,
jacket
which
while
is
you're
first team All
active.
NBA, which is first team All NBA, which is first team All NBA. That's the highest award you can win.
No, the highest you can
What you're
win
talking about
is a
as a team
championship,
achievement. You're talking about that's a team achievement. The highest award you can win as an individual player is a first team All NBA player. Chris Paul has like 8 of those.
he didn't win a championship.
Neither did Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley didn't go in as an active player either,
Charles Barkley doesn't have many accolades of Chris Paul either, do as well. So what we're talking about.
bro. Nah, man. Like it I feel like this. If
If hey
the highest
Mav,
thing
if
you
you
can
named
win
if you
in the
named
sport.
as a team, you do realize the Hall of Fame is an individual thing.
Hmm.
Correct. So Mav, let me ask you something. If you name the top 10, if you know what I'm saying, if we name the top 10 players all time, we're all probably gonna shuffle between the same 13 to 14 players, correct? In the top 10. We're probably all 13 to 14 of them. It's gonna be 13 or 14 players is pretty much gonna be in the bubble.
We're talking about of all time, right?
Correct. Of all time. It's gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
13 to
yeah,
14 players is gonna be in the bubble.
yeah.
I
Most
mean,
likely,
this
yeah.
this is an example. I'm not saying Keanthony, this is what he's gonna have. Keanthony might have Elijah on number 11. I'm gonna have Elijah on number like 9 or 10. I'm not saying he is. We're gonna be talking about the same bubble people. It's just they might be in a different rank or whatever. But nonetheless, it's gonna be 13, 14 players. Nonetheless, my point is when you name those top 10 players all time, we have what 70 we have 77 championships, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Of those top 10, 58 of them belong to 10 players, which alludes to my point that winning a championship is really not what y'all be making it out to be. It's really hard to do. If 10 players cover 58 rings, what are we really talking about?
Bro, to me, winning a
So that
championship
basically
is
means
where,
if you're not one of the 10 if you're not one of the 10 greatest players in the history of basketball, you're probably not going to get a ring. That's what that entails. Is that what we're saying, Mav?
Say
But
that one more
this
time.
if you're not one of the 10 greatest players in basketball, you're probably not going to get a ring in your career. And do you know how hard it is to be
Yeah,
one of the 10 greatest players in any sport?
yeah, yeah. I mean that,
When
if
y'all bring
history
this
has it,
ring
something's
thing,
kind of
this
true.
ring
Yeah,
y'all make this. I'm not saying rings is it's not good or not important, but y'all hold it way too high, boss. Way too high.
no,
I
man.
do kind of I agree a lot, but I think the point of getting, I mean, yeah, you always want to shoot for the championship, of course. That's like the main point of basketball. But there's plenty of players who didn't get it, like Charles Barkley. never got a ring. One of the greatest basketball players of all time, Patrick Ewing, never got a ring. So
My thing is this, bro. My thing is this. In a team sport, like the middle school that I coach football at, my our message to them from day one is like we're currently back to back city champions, right? And we're currently in pursuit of a third ring, right? Third straight ring. My
So
thing is this, bro.
what
My
team you
thing
play?
is
What team
this.
did you play for again, bro?
I'll tell you off air.
What little what? Oh, okay.
I got you. But look, my thing is this, bro. What we tell our kids when they come to our school, if you're not here to win a championship, transfer right now. Like we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about how talented you are. If you're a person that comes there and you want to be, you know what? I want to be all city. My goal is to be the best defensive tackle that I can be, and blah 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 blah. If your goal is not to win that championship, you're in the wrong sport. And that, if I'm not mistaken, any great coach will tell you, you should be thinking about how I can win a championship. It shouldn't be trying to be first team all nothing because it's just being real. I feel like this. If you never achieve the highest honor in that sport, which is, well, I mean, as a team in a team game, if you didn't achieve the highest team accolade, which is that championship, well, I mean, you cannot say you were the GOAT of anything or the best of anything. To me, not to me.
you said high school?
Any bro, any level, any level. Like I honestly feel like this. I honestly feel like this. Can I feel like say if I'm talking about Corn, like if can I feel like that I was a better defensive tackle than Corn was? Of course I can. But if Corn is sitting in his house because Corn was a team player and Corn got 6 rings to go along with whatever accolades come with those. I'm sorry, bro. Corn was better than I was. That's how, and I only say that because like people like to use the analysis of if you go by that logic, then Robert Ory was the GOAT.
Correct.
That shit is so untrue, bro. That's so untrue. Because it's like, think about it. That argument is only valid if okay, the person they saying is the GOAT is Michael Jordan. That argument is only valid if Michael Jordan never won a championship. If Michael Jordan was sitting at 0 rings, but everybody was saying that he was the GOAT. No, he's not. He's not because he never won at that level. You never competed, to me, you never competed against the best. And that's the thing
He
right
did.
there. Like,
He did compete against the best. He just was a role player. Robert Horry.
but exactly. That's why I would say this. Robert Ory's probably, oh, I'll be doing a top 5 list. I got to do my top 5 list of role players. I'm glad y'all gave me a list to think of. Anyway, bruh, I'm telling you, I think Robert Ory is one of the GOAT role players. But can he say he was that guy? No. Robert Ory know good and goddamn well that his rings ain't gonna mean what Michael Jordan rings meant.
Correct.
Just being real. Did he have big moments? Of course. Of course he did. But no, bro. No, no, no. But let me be clear. I'm only disputing that he didn't deserve to get an active player Hall of Fame nod. Like Chris Paul is a first day, first minute, first hour Hall of Famer, just not while you're still playing. To me,
He,
to me.
he he's up there. He has too many accolades to even suggest that he wouldn't. Too many accolades. I mean, too many. Too many.
No man.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got in the fight tonight? Canelo or Terrence Bud
But
Crawford? Y'all watching the fight? Do y'all care about the fight? You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Are we
uh I'm
boxing
actually
fans in
going
this group?
I'm going to a fight party and I got Bud. Easy. Well, I ain't gonna
I'm
say
Easy.
easy. I ain't gonna say easy. I ain't gonna say easy. Not easy, but I'm still rolling with Bud.
yeah, I'm not a big. I like I got certain boxers that I do like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not this fight. I don't really care about. I mean,
Italy, you
they're
don't.
both cool. Yeah, yeah. This fight, I'm not like that's just me.
Give me
But
your
this
give me
fight, I
your
don't
logic
really.
on what why it does not gravitate to you, if you don't mind me asking.
Um, I don't know. It's just like when I was younger, man. Like I was into like the Mike Tyson era and stuff like that. Like I would, I had my like Mike Tyson minutes loses and stuff. I think it's just the newer era I'm not as into. Like I like
I'm not
watching
mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
yeah, I'm more of a Tyson era stuff. Like Tyson era, like Foreman when he came back, like beast like that. Like the older eras and stuff. I love watching that. Like I'm into that, but the newer stuff, like I enjoy. Like I don't enjoy Mayweather's fights because they're boring to me. You know,
Definitely,
I
it's
understand
definitely
he's
born.
he's good, but like it's just boring to me. I like Tank. Tank is cool. I've seen a couple of his fights. He's pretty cool. Like I like the fact that Pacquiao still fights, but like I said, I just like when I'm more into it's the same thing even with basketball. Basketball is one of my all time favorite sports. I was really good like when I played. Like when I played, I want to get back into playing basketball. I was good. I used to be obsessed with basketball. This era, I'm just not crazy about it. I'm not like I pay attention. Like I get my scores and stuff. Like I have my scores. I gotta get it back sent to my phone, but I used to get scores to my phone all the time just to see what the Lakers is doing. I want to see what the Warriors is doing. I enjoy watching Steph Curry and stuff like that. Sometimes LeBron when he's not flopping and shit like that. And when Kobe was playing, that was my dude. I love Kobe. Like I said, but a lot of these new cats, and honestly, you know what? What's his name? Is it LaMelo Ball? I think I enjoy watching that kid. He's good. But other than that, I can't get into like the newer stuff. It's hard for me to get into it. That's why like usually when you guys talk about it, I kind of just like I'll comment when I've seen the game. If I happen to see the game, that's cool. I'll comment on it. But for the most part, I'm like I kind of leave it to y'all. Like y'all pay more attention to it nowadays than I do. Like I said, I pay attention to scores to see how my teams are doing. But past that, like that football and stuff like that, I just don't this era I don't pay attention to. And like I said, the crazy part is like when I played ball myself, I was good. When I played football, I used to be a lot of people who don't know me, I used to be 400-pound dude. Like I was big, I loved football. I used to play football, just like, but it's just nowadays I just can't get into it now, So that's just,
So staying in the basketball topic, Steph Curry makes a comment that says, uh, today's era is much more skilled 1 through 5, especially with the evolution of three ball and the evolution of just all around skilled players. Do you agree that this today's
I
era is more skilled than yesterday's players?
I agree. I agree only for certain positions. Like ball handling positions are certainly more skilled. But with the rise of European players being able to shoot, you got your Steph Currys who revolutionized the game. Like it's made everybody want to shoot threes because if we being real, the ability to shoot a three is something that the average person can do. Like, trust me, I know guys who are money from three. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't dunk. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't do some of the things that back in the day, like, bro, you remember back in the day where it would be such a letdown to see a guy who was 6'7", 6'8", he couldn't put his back to the basket. Like
Right.
a guy, like
yeah.
bro, my first season after when I started the FBBL Fat Boy Basketball League, the first season that we got off the ground after the little COVID era, a popular guy in Nashville, Tennessee, his name is Fridge. Fridge brought in a 7-footer to the gym, right? Everybody was like, oh shit, he got a 7-footer. Man, when this man got out there on the court, bro, they threw a lob into him. This man had no post moves. This man went up for a dunk and got hung. I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was such it was such a letdown because, bro, back in the early '90s, that guy would have had post moves. You see what I'm saying? He would have been able to assess his skills and would have known he can't dunk. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it was like because he didn't get with the times, he thought that he was gonna come in and still do the same shit that he probably could do when he was younger. No, bro. It's not happening. So I say for positions 1 through 3, I agree with Steph. 4
Mhm.
and 5, not so much. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
What about you, Corn?
As far as me, like what I do watch of it, what I've seen of it, like I don't agree. I mean, I guess the statement as a whole, I don't really agree with that. There's some players who are great, like in this era. I've seen, like I said, Steph is great in this era. I think LaMelo Ball is pretty dope. Like I said, for players along those lines, a lot of the players on the Warriors, like Draymond Green, reminds me of somebody from back in the day. I think sometimes he can be an ass, but like I said, he's aggressive. Like I like watching the aggressive play from the '90s, and he reminds me of that sometimes. Sometimes yeah, I think he can take it too far sometimes. But I'm like I can't buy and say that he's not a great player. You know.
Hey, but that
So,
and
but I just don't agree. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, by you mentioning Draymond Green, honestly, a guy like Draymond proves Steph right because, bro, for Draymond to be as effective as he is in the league, for his career to be so long, and he's only 6'6". Like Draymond
Yeah,
Green is
yeah,
Draymond is the same height as Kobe. He may be like Draymond, I'm talking about maybe 6'7". You know what I'm saying? And it's like
mhm,
for Draymond to be an effective 4, and Draymond can play 5 as well.
yeah,
At 6'7"? Like, bro, I think that's Steph Curry point. And then you have guys like look at Luka Doncic. How tall is Luka?
yeah. Luka's another one. He's a good one. Yeah.
Luka's what, 6'8", 6'9", something like that? And it's like back in the day, back in the '90s, bro, they would have stuck Luka ass in the post. And I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Luka would have been in the league for maybe 1 or 2 years back in that days. But because the game has changed, to Steph's point, Luka dominating.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Steph might be right.
But I mean, like I said, you guys have a better opinion on that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I go by what I watch. So yeah, you guys might know. In fact, I'm sure you know better than me.
What
But yeah,
about you, Corn? I feel like you disagree with Steph. Can you hear me, bro?
hold on. I think he's having
Yeah,
connection
say you
problems.
say you reconnecting.
Yeah.
But I'll say while we figuring this out with Corn, I'ma say this, bro. As far as by the way, real quick, shout out my bro Fridge, man. Like y'all, man. If y'all ever find y'all way to Nashville, Tennessee, or if you in Nashville, Tennessee, like Fridge is somebody that I highly respect. I'm saying when you see Fridge, man, and like I've been knowing Fridge since I was 7 years old, bro. Like even when we were kids, man, Fridge has always been a upstanding, do the right thing type of dude. You see what I'm saying? So like if y'all see that, bro, if y'all see that dude, just say what's up, you know. But I'll say this, man. I'll say this. As far as, but not actually, you know what I wanted to touch on before we done? Hold on 1 second. Let me find the topic. It was okay. Hold on 1 second. All right, we'll address Carmelo. Okay. Here's my problem with some of the people that call themselves truth tellers of the world, right?
Mhm.
Like I know y'all see them. I know everybody see the truth tellers of the world, or so they say. The Jason Whitlocks, the Charleston Whites, um, some of the people that they say they tell, I'm just here to tell the truth, blah 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 blah. My thing is this. Even with Cat Williams, the famous Shannon Sharp interview. It's like, I don't understand why it's like y'all trying to make y'all bones off of tearing other black people down.
Mhm.
And then it's like, okay, once you're successful, you successfully tear that black man down. Then what? Like, honestly, I feel like all of them truth tellers, this is what they do. It's like you see it on YouTube all the time. It's like they'll get on their platforms and they go on these hour-long rants about a certain black person. And then the rant works, the rant goes viral. They got X, Y, and Z talking about X, Y, and Z. And then the person that's the truth teller, it's like, once you've told your truth, why not just fucking move on? You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like with Jason Whitlock, right? With Jason Whitlock, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I disagree with everything Jason Whitlock says because I don't. I'll be honest. I'm not necessarily a fan of his, but I've heard him speak. I've heard some of the stances that he take, and honestly, I don't disagree with everything that he says. But my thing is this, man: you put so much energy into destroying black people, but then it's like, okay, like let's just say for on Monday, Jason Whitlock went in on Stephen A. Right?
Mhm.
Yo, yo, yo,
Why
yo,
did
yo. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back?
Hey bro,
Yeah, yeah, you back, you
Okay,
back.
I'm about my fault. My fault.
we on the topic of truth tellers only attacking black people. But what I was saying is like
Oh
this.
yeah.
With Jason Whitlock, right? If Jason Whitlock, let's say he attacked Stephen A on Monday, right? And I've said it on this podcast, Stephen A ain't what he was to me. I ain't really the biggest fan. But my thing is this.
Me either.
My thing is this. Jason Whitlock, you attacked Stephen A on Monday. Why are you back on Tuesday attacking Stephen A again? You back on Wednesday going at Stephen A again. Thursday and Friday, the exact same thing. Here come another week. It's your mission to tear down Stephen A. And I just don't understand that. Like, just say your piece and fucking move on.
Well,
I'm
he's
gonna
been doing him and Stephen A. and James Wood have been going back and forth for years at
That's
this
what I'm
point now.
saying, bro. Like that shit is
Mhm.
stupid. But think about it. Think about it. There's no like, can you tell me a notable white person that Jason Whitlock has a problem with?
He had a problem with the transgender who was playing against the sports, the swimmer.
Okay, okay. Like, think about it. And then
I don't know if you feel like that's a reach or not, but I mean,
no, no, no,
that
no,
person
no.
was
You
white.
you right, you right. And then I ain't gonna sit here and tell a lie. I do remember him going in on Brett Favre. I
Yes,
remember him.
he told him a
I
new
I
asshole.
I remember him going on Brett Favre. So I ain't gonna say that, because Brett Favre,
But
that was some fucked up shit you did.
but
I agree.
Yeah.
him and Charlie Kirk were great friends. Ironically, no surprise there. But go ahead
That's
anyway.
the thing, man. But and then it's like,
No
okay, and
surprise
then
there.
he has this vendetta against Angel Reese, right?
Mhm.
And it's just like
Definitely.
he constantly goes in on her while constantly championing Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
And it's just like, I'm sorry, bro. I hate that it's like this, but the truth is, in a race driven world, you know what is going to be perceived as while you're constantly championing Caitlin Clark and always talking shit about Angel Reese. Like Angel can't do nothing. She can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then what's crazy, when Angel went through that stretch where she was dominating shit, you ain't had nothing to say. All you do, all I remember you saying about the little stretch Angel went on in year two when she was dominating was, she had a good game.
The way he
Oh,
said it was
oh, okay.
funny.
I'm like, for real, motherfucker? She just had a good game, huh? But when she, like, bro, I'm talking about attacking her at from every single stance. The man go at her appearance, her clothes, the way she, you know what I'm saying? The way she dresses. Um, You know what I'm saying? Like, why? It's no need for that. All these truth tellers, it's just like, why are y'all constantly only telling truths about black people? You mean to tell me that no other race, I'm not even talking about white people, no other race has ever done nothing to you for real? Like, you don't have all the fucked up shit that is going on in this world. Why does every time you open your mouth, you have to be constantly addressing a black person?
Mm.
It
I'm
makes
with
no
you.
sense to me. Y'all got any issues on that or
That's it. I mean, I mean, Jason Wood has a problem with a lot of black entertainers. You know what I'm saying? That's just his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what his issue is with black folks, but for whatever reason, he goes out after a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Him and Marcellus Wiley are pretty cool, but you know,
I
I mean,
personally
again, you know,
think both of
he's
them bitter.
yeah,
I think both
you
of
know,
them are
again,
bitter,
like
bro.
he loves to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of the club who believe the Central Park Five people were are falsely being celebrated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he believes that they did it. You know what I'm saying? Even though evidence clearly shows that they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you know, and then, you know,
But
Yeah.
but you
ironically,
know what that is, right? Because I don't care what nobody say, bro. But all of them truth tellers, it's a reason why. It's them motherfuckers. You have to go on record. You can't be scared to say, "Hey, black people, y'all not perfect. Y'all do
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up
yeah,
shit too." You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
That honestly,
That's what he tries to do all the time. That's his
that's
angle.
what.
That's what he tries to be an angler, but he clearly like, but he doesn't address others though. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem.
But that ain't nothing but chasing white acceptance, bro.
Exactly.
That's all.
Cooning
That you have to go out and you have to shit on black people in order
every
for
day to get
every day,
clicks.
every day you have to shit on black people in order for white people to feel comfortable around you.
Around
Because
you, yeah.
if white people feel comfortable and I'm not saying that's how I feel. I feel like that's how they think. If white people feel comfortable around you, then they'll throw their money at you. They feel like that if I'm comfortable enough to shit on another black man and walk amongst black people and black people ain't gonna do shit to me, then they'll throw their white dollars at me. And I think that is so fucking it's like I think it's so I'll say it's disheartening. I'll say it's like it shows like how fucking lost we are. It's like
Yeah.
all these fucking Sambos is getting on TV and showing, you know what I'm saying? They willing to do the jig. And it's like, again, back to my point. Black people, stop being so fucking shocked by shit. We know exactly what they're doing. Stop accepting it. When you see these people, don't shake their hand. When you
Mhm.
see these people, don't women. When you see these people, don't give them some pussy just because they on TV. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you, bro, Stephen A's hairline has been on the back of his ears since he came on TV. Since he came on, bro. If a nigga, like, just being real, if a nigga like Stephen A was working at fucking waste management or some shit, and he came walking his fucking half a fucking hairline through there, bro, we all know women would clown their stupid ass hairline. But because he walk amongst people and people fucking give him a pass for saying fuck shit. It's like they accept it. It's acceptable. So they know Stephen A ain't gonna cut that stupid. Stephen A should have been had a bald head. He should
Right.
have been had a bald head.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he don't look good with a bald head. You don't think, or he didn't. You don't think,
A bald head would
Some
look
guys will
better
do
than
that.
that
Will
bullshit he got.
and so, hey, some dudes will rock a cul-de-sac. And I was like, I've actually seen some cul-de-sacs that work for people. So
Bro, Clyde Drexler had a coldie when he came into the league, bro.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, but honestly, I'd rather a cul-de-sac than what the fuck that nigga got.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I would just like, man, maybe just, yeah. A cul-de-sac looks more natural almost to me. Like it looks like you're naturally aging, I guess.
But then, and then, in all fairness, I'll say this: I don't disagree with everything Stephen A. says. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just, man, I don't know, bro. I just feel like all these guys who pride themselves on,
After you coon for so long, I mean, it
yep.
don't even matter when you say something right or wrong. I don't even want to hear you no more.
Like when you
Steven
get
ain't a coon
when
for
you
so
get
many
that
years.
coon, when you get that coon on your face, I can't even look. I can't even look at you the same for real.
It's horrible, bro.
Like, bro, wipe your mouth. It's coon on your mouth. For real, you got coon on your mouth. I can't even talk to you, bro. I'm gonna tell you what
But
it reminds me
honestly,
of.
go ahead.
I just got a quick story and then I'm done,
Mhm.
bro. Bro, I remember when I say wipe that coon off your mouth, I can't even look at you the same. Bro, I remember when I was 12 years old, I ain't gonna say her name, but I had a female friend who got caught sucking dick behind school, right? And it was like, I seen it. I wasn't the person that said something, but I seen it. And it was just like, I can't even talk to you. Look, you got caught sucking dick behind school. Like I can't talk to you. I'm sorry, bro. I was an immature child, and when she got caught sucking dick behind school, I couldn't look at her the same. And it's the same. It's the same feeling when you get caught cooning. You got coon on your mouth. I can't fuck with you. That's all I gotta say about it, bro.
No, I was gonna say, I mean, I think there's some things that they need to be said in the Black community. I really do. I'll say that for another episode, but I'll just say that just know this. I think there's some things that do need to be said because I think there is an issue in it. I'm not saying like y'all are saying like to be coning or anything like that. Um, I don't think you should be doing that, but I think there should be a healthy discussion about some things. But
Yeah,
like
I'm
I
with
said,
you.
I'll get into that in I'll get into it on another episode. But yeah, there's some things that need to be said because, like I said earlier, Black people we're too powerful to be too reckless with our mouths. We're too powerful to be too reckless with our actions.
Mm.
Yeah.
We're it's we have the biggest voice and we're very reckless. But I'll leave it there.
Hey man, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm definitely gonna make that a popular catchphrase. So Marquee Gang, be on the lookout for if y'all see somebody saying you got coon on your mouth, I started it. Don't get
I
nobody else
got you,
credit
man.
for you. You got coon on your mouth. I can't talk to you. For real, bro. Man. But nah, man, shit, my phone about to go dead, but I'm done, man. Damn, we went for almost 2 hours.
Okay,
I think this is the longest episode we've done yet.
Hey man, it was a good week for
I got
content,
you.
bro.
It was good. It was good.
Right?
This was a good one.
It's a real good one.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Real good one, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Real good.
But
I'm with it.
y'all,
Marquee
we gonna go
podcast
on
game,
and
man. I'm with it.
we
Hey,
gonna we gonna go on and wrap
also,
it up.
Key, man, we need to get into some merch, man. We
Oh
need to
yeah,
make
Yes,
some.
it's coming.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, merch is coming. Like we'll talk about that off air, but y'all merch is
Yeah.
coming. And we're gonna I'm gonna do like a little contest thing too. So
Okay,
people gonna
bet.
win some money. People
Makes
gonna win
sense.
some money like soon. So y'all be on the
Also,
lookout for that as well. I'm gonna make a post if whoever don't hear this, I'll make a post about it sometime this week or next week or whatever. But it's gonna be money involved and merch involved. So and we'll us three will get together and talk about exactly what's gonna happen. But that's where I'm going.
also, Marquee Gang, like put your favorite cousin, put your best friend, your daddy, whatever. Mention the podcast because the more we can get our listeners up, the more
Yes.
like because I want to start, bro. I really want to do a marquee podcast live show. You
You
know what I'm
said there was a
saying?
marquee what?
I said I really want to do a marquee podcast live show.
Oh yeah. Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Most
But
definitely.
we can
Most
we can
definitely. I want
only
to do
do
that.
that. We can only do that. We need y'all to like, share, subscribe when y'all come across the clips on Facebook, Instagram. Shit, I don't give a damn if you still on MySpace. Share it on MySpace. Like whatever, I don't care. Wherever you come across our content, please share it. Please share it. Please share it.
Yes. Share, 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 subscribe and share. Like that's how we're gonna get there. I want to do live. I want to do live online, and I also want to do live. Like and I think we talked about a while back. I want to get musical guests. I want to go live and like do a marquee podcast slash concert type thing with people who want their music out there too. So be on the lookout in the future for that. So
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, I'm with it.
yeah,
But
yes.
we about to wrap it
All
up,
right, well,
y'all.
All right, y'all
So
boys,
I'll
man.
say this, man. Until next time, Marquee Gang, y'all know what it is. It's fuck Miss Faye forever.
fuck his faith forever.
And we and
All
we'll
right,
holler
brother.
at y'all, man.
All right.
All right, y'all.